back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up. Can't treat you like my...
Home team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, black 22. What we got? Check, boys.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
3 down.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Got a man open. It's Ross. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Akers, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ready? Black 25. Sponge. No.
Now Gordon on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Well, they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Check the backer.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This is Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Wait, that fly, 20. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Switch. Let me kill.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, Tyler. Let's go right here now. Hey, Mike 52. Go stand it.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Flip it. Stand up in. Here we go.
From From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Charger football to start quarter number 2. These two teams all tied after 1.
Flag 22. There we go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Let's go.
On third down, Winston. They got him in. It's Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. Move ready. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
So nice number one.
From the gun, Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunting.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
3 butt. Tighten up. Rush it.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Brady to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Jumper. Hey, check right. Watch it. Hey, Alabama.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, here's Jones. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that ball. Flip. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check three. 5-0.
Play fake. Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 45 on second down, Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now, Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
Wait, 53. What tight end? Hey!
On first and 10, here's Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone, can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Wait, around 80.
To throw again. Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
It's just me and you.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down. Brady going to throw. That's caught by Penny.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hey, watch it. Wait. It's a safety crease. Wait.
Winston from the gun on third down. Going deep down. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady down to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check out Reed. He's coming. We got double up. Rip.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check. Crunch. Hey, stop. 30. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, Brady. That's caught by Howard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the delay, Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Brady. And this is caught by Evans. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 55, Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 50, check 50. 72.
Now Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Gay knocks this one through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Let's go! At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. To throw, it's Brady. And incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that kicks first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Tampa Bay. Quite the turnaround from a week ago. He threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Switch up, switch up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on. Come get some. He don't want it.
Back to throw. He's got it to Hilton. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Easy. Banjo. Under 10. Tempo. It's time to play. Watch the slide. Motion.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
He's talking about you. That's 3 down. Hey, check.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
52. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On 1st down, it's Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All day. Big ass.
They'll go again to Jones. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Hey, check it.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 4.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Get ready.